artificial intelligence is going to replace literally half of all white-collar workers in the U.S.
This AI technology is going to be the most transformative technology in our lifetime.
We're the last generation of CEOs to only manage humans.
AI is probably the most important thing humanity has ever worked on. I think of it as something more profound than electricity or fire.
You're not going to lose your job to an AI, but you're going to lose your job to somebody who uses AI.
I'm a little bit more worried about the labor impact simply because it's happening so fast that yes, people will adapt, but they may not adapt fast enough. I think we do need to be concerned about it. I think policymakers do need to worry about it.
These are some of the most powerful CEOs in the world, and they're not just hyping AI, they're sounding the alarm. The AI revolution is here, and it's already changing how we work. From coding to customer service, sales to creative jobs, experts warn AI is disrupting nearly every white-collar industry.
Our thesis back then was that, like 50% of white-collar jobs could probably be replaced by AI in the next decade or two. That was kind of what we thought in 2018. And now I actually think we're starting to see the early signs of that. And my opinion is not only could 50% be replaced, I think it could be more like 80%.
Doug Clinton runs Intelligent Alpha, an AI-powered asset manager, and co-founded Deepwater, a venture firm backing early-stage tech. He's been investing in AI for nearly a decade, and he says,
for most white-collar workers, if AI isn't already better at the person's job today, it will be in the next 2 or 3 years.
And for Mark Quinn, this isn't theory, it already happened. He's now the senior director of AI operations at Pearl, an AI-powered search engine backed by human experts. Before that, Quinn held leadership roles at Waymo, Apple, and LinkedIn, but it was at the health tech startup DeepScribe, where Quinn oversaw AI operations, that he helped automate the very job he was hired to do, and was laid off.
It was more of the silent shift. We literally watched the work disappear on the dashboard.
He streamlined his workflow with AI until there was no work left to do.
I did to myself. That's the most ironic part of the story. If you're wondering if AI is coming, stop wondering. It is. It's here.
Quinn's not alone. Companies are making cuts and shrinking teams. At Microsoft, artificial intelligence saved more than $500 million in 2024 and boosted sales by 9%. AI now writes over a third of all new code. In May, IBM CEO told the Wall Street Journal the tech giant replaced hundreds of human resource workers with AI, but in turn hired more programmers and salespeople. A new stat from Meter, a nonprofit independent research outlet, says the complexity of tasks AI can handle has doubled every 7 months since 2019. This tech is learning how to do longer, harder jobs at an exponential speed. AI adoption isn't creeping in, it's exploding. According to Stanford's 2025 AI Index report, 78% of global companies used AI in 2024, up from 55% just a year earlier. And ChatGPT, now 2.5 years old, remains the fastest growing platform in history.
But I don't think anybody saw what was going to happen with ChatGPT.
Leap Weatherby, director of the Digital Lab at NYU and author of a new book on AI, wrote a New York Times op-ed in June that had this warning. Computer science has consistently been one of the top majors in the United States for the last decade. But with the ability to task AI to code, startups and tech giants alike are hiring fewer and fewer entry-level computer scientists. Reports suggest that at major AI companies, the hiring rate for software engineering jobs has fallen over the course of 2024, from a high of about 3,000 per month to near zero. If enrollments in computer science degrees dry up as jobs disappear, the whole pipeline from education to employment could crash.
The challenge is that our academic institutions and the way that we are training people still is for a world that no longer exists. It's as if we are still teaching everybody how to do whatever the subject is in the year 2010 without using a computer. Like, no one would go to that school. No one would go to that class. The US education has not caught up. We are behind.
Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei told Axios AI could wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs and spike unemployment to 10 to 20% in the next 1 to 5 years.
What some companies are bucketing as entry-level work is exactly the sort of stuff that I'm saying is opportunistic for AI.
The unemployment rate for recent college grads is 6.6%, the highest in a decade. The national average is 4%.
Entry-level jobs will not be completely eliminated. However, I do believe that entry-level jobs will be redefined.
Christine Cruz Vergara is the Chief Education Strategy Officer at Handshake, a career platform for Gen Z that connects millions of college students and employers. She is more optimistic about AI's impact on entry-level jobs.
Gen AI will reshape what an entry-level role looks like. Entry-level employees will need to know how to supplement or augment their work with Gen AI, and I believe that as a result, employers will have higher expectations. The benefit to an entry-level worker is that by using Gen AI, you actually will free yourself up to have more time to do some of the higher level work and thinking. And so there's a positive way to actually look at this evolution.
But the job market is getting tougher.
Job postings are down 15% since last year. Applications are up 30% since last year. It is a volatile economy at the moment. AI is a factor, but it's certainly not the only factor.
Some companies aren't just experimenting with AI, they're rewriting the rules of hiring. At Shopify, managers must prove AI can't do the job before hiring a new person on the team. Duolingo is going even further, using AI across hiring, performance reviews, and staffing decisions. In some cases, it's replacing contractors with code. Creative fields aren't immune either. Jeff Cologne spent a decade leading the brand studio at Microsoft and later joined Dell. And today, he runs 7 companies of his own, which he says is all possible because of AI.
The iceberg's already struck. The ad industry has really been on cruise control for the last 40 years, and it's only a matter of time before most of the water comes on board the ship.
Meta says it'll fully automate ad creation by the end of 2026. Just upload a photo of your product and AI handles the rest. Image, video, captions, budget, even who sees the ad.
I think it's a big, very, very big deal. They just ran an all AI ad during the NBA playoffs, and I could tell that was all AI. Other people couldn't.
I think for the next few years, the ability to develop with AI is probably the highest leverage skill that you can possibly have.
For Gen Z, some are already flipping the system on its head. Roy Lee is the 21-year-old founder of Cluely, an AI startup that went viral. Lee was suspended from Columbia after posting a video of himself using an AI tool he built during an Amazon job interview. Lee said Amazon flagged the video to Columbia, warning the school it could impact future hiring. The university suspended him for a year, but instead of backing down, Lee built a business on it.
We are the cheat on everything company today, but in a few very short years, the paradigm will shift and it will be ridiculous to say what we're doing is cheating. We'll just be the AI assistant that helps you.
The tool listens to your audio, watches your screen, and writes responses in real time. Cover letters, interview answers, sales pitches, all handled by AI. And it's designed to be undetectable.
Pretty much all legal work can be automated today if you just have enough workflows coded in. Construction, back office work can be automated away. Restaurant paperwork, any managerial overhead, labor, payroll, even job interviews and recruiting, like all of these jobs are, with the intelligence of today, able to be automated away. And literally the only thing that has to change is we have to wait long enough for someone to build the companies that do automate these things. The lack of morality is not in the users, but rather the institutions that prevent the users from using it.
Despite some backlash, Silicon Valley is buying in. Venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz led a $15 million round of funding for Cluely. While some startups are pushing full speed ahead, some companies are hitting the brakes. Klarna, a pioneer of the buy now, pay later payment method, showed what happens when automation moves too fast. The fintech giant cut 40% of its workforce by automating customer service, but when satisfaction dropped, they brought humans back.
In terms of where humans still have a lot of impact, I think it's going to be in customer service, sales. It's going to be the human-to-human stuff. And I think that's where, the best talent will be able to command a premium for what they do.
The head of JP Morgan's AI rollout put it bluntly to the Wall Street Journal. In response to a question about where the bank is seeing good returns on AI, she said, "I'd turn it around. I can't think of a business where that's not true." With AI reshaping everything from hiring to the way we work, I'm here in New York to find out if people think their jobs are safe or if the AI takeover is already underway.
I'm not too worried because people, especially with the current climate, people need each other to talk to, not an AI or a software.
It probably freaks me out more than excites me, but that could be because of my age.
I feel like the world's just evolving just like any other time.
Do you think that AI could replace your job?
No. In my future, like in biomedical engineering, I think there is some areas that AI can be used, but as in like completely take over, definitely not.
I worry more that it's going to take people's jobs and how that's going to affect, us as a society if jobs are taken away.
And do you think AI could take your job someday?
I think eventually it can take all of our jobs one day. But at the end of the day, for the time being, I think people still want to do business with other people.
And if you're not ready to pivot and adapt, you will become obsolete. But it's not because AI took it, it's because someone who knew AI took it.
And the most important thing you can do is get in the game, reskill yourself, learn. If you don't have a GPT Plus subscription already, or Gemini, whatever, you're behind.
No matter if you're 22 or 52, the question isn't if AI will change your job, it's whether you're ready when it does. For Investors Business Daily, I'm Claire O'Connor.